So, where are you working at, Mr. Boom Blaster? Alright. So, EBO should be in there. And it is. Alright, so we'll start with this middle one, which I already have in there, which is fine. And then we're going to have some doubles in here. I've got another Final Fantasy III loose, where I've already got it. Add another copy. I did not know I could do that. Game. I might have some work to do in going back and putting in my doubles. Truck driver on a small break now. Awesome. So are you located in the UK? Hey, TurboGrafx, how's it going, man? What kind of food you grilling? Hamburgers, hot dogs? Getting your Memorial Day on? Alright, so if I said game no blemishes, let's see what ends up here. In collection. Alright, so now if I go back, which I should have. So if I go to Final Fantasy III now, and I go here, I go to in collection. Okay, so I can put in doubles. I've got some work to do. Hey, Drakendite, driving in the Netherlands. Awesome, man. That sounds like a vacation as much as it sounds like work, but then again, I'm over here in the US, so I'm sure perhaps driving over here might sound different to you. This is a good song. I like this one. I'm going to turn it up a click just because I like it. Cataloging is going well. I just discovered that I can add multiple copies, so I can put in all my doubles, which is great. Which will be way better for me to actually keep track of when I have doubles of something. So, I have some work to go back to do. Anything and everything. So I can only assume you have a party going on, Turbo. Steak, pork chops, chicken, hamburgers, hot dogs, all sorts of brats. It's a lot for one man to eat. I don't know if I should go back and do my doubles right now so I get caught up. I feel like I should, otherwise I'm not gonna have a ton of doubles to do, but it'll be important to get it done. Drakendite. Here, let's try something. I'm going to try some Drakendite. So if I go here, it gives me a link. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post this link. Go ahead and click on that Drakendite. Let me know how that comes up for you. Actually, I should probably click on it too. So it should probably just take you to this page right here. But I don't know what it'll look like for you, being as you're not logged in as me. So let me know what that looks like. So far, though, I've got 566 items added in, and we're maybe halfway through. So it's a decent-sized collection. It's what a lifetime of not selling your video games will do. Alright, so let's put in some doubles here. Alright, I'm going to go browse back over here real quick and grab my doubles. Alright, I don't have any doubles for Wii U. I don't believe I've got any doubles for the X-Bone. None for Sega Saturn. And I'm pretty sure I'm not aware that I have any for PS4. But once we get to the GameCube, a double. I'm going to grab these and bring them over. That's a double. That's a double. That's a double. That's a double. Alright, so here's my GameCube doubles. A non-collector would probably say I have a monstrous collection, yes. Might consider me a hoarder, but I think hoarding, the vision of hoarding comes with a lack of organization. Keeping my stuff as organized and shelved as best I can, I think helps it look like a non-issue. But if I've got it sitting in stacks or not in a means that can be visually displayed, then I start to consider myself a bit of a hoarder. And that's where I tend to break down and I make decisions. Do I get rid of it? Do I keep it? Do I organize it? How am I going to manage this? Mr. Boom Blaster, that is sad. But the good news is there's always time to get that stuff back. Most of what's lost can be reattained. And although it's nice to have the original stuff, it's never a bad time to collect and play old school games, especially from your youth. NES and Super Nintendo, playing these games hold up really well. So it's hard for me to say that it's ever too bad. I do have a few stacks of games. I've got PS4 games that are waiting to find a space. Unfortunately, I'm running out of space faster on my PS4 shelf area. I've got a section over here of some doubles that I can happily sell off. I need to do a purge of selling stuff again, just so I can whittle it down. I always kind of collect, sell, collect, sell. So, exactly. TurboGrafx makes a really good point. Networking with other collectors is a great way because a lot of people who have doubles, like myself, I'm more than happy to sell off my doubles at a much better price than what you're going to find anywhere else. And a lot of people have that. They end up getting doubles, whether it's in bulk trades or just because it's a popular game and they know they can retrade it back out for something they might want later. Getting a shelf is a great place to start, Drakendite. I tend to not want to collect more than I can manage. All right, let's get to the GameCube. Put these doubles in. I got a playlist of nerdcore going on here. Some of my specific favorite songs and good mellow music to listen to, which fits well with this type of activity. All right. You, and you. All right, come on. All right, so this is Zelda 2-game bonus disc Master Quest. I need to get the camera closer so that when I hold these up, you guys can actually see them. There we go. There it is. Now I just realized like a few minutes ago I can add doubles. Add another copy. Look at that. J-Box manual. I had 2 copies, none with blemishes. And then I've got my second copy of Killer 7. First time you experience Legend of Zelda, excellent. Well, it's always a good way to get people who may not have been around back then to get to experience stuff like that. And that's awesome that it got you to play it as well, which is fantastic. First thing to do, find a shelf. Make a shelf. Getting a smaller shelf, finding a little bit of wall space shouldn't be that tough to do. You can always find a place. I've gotten creative with how this room is set up. Maximize the closet area here. There's probably still a little bit more maximization I could figure out, but it's getting rough. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we close this. Let's get to Killer 7. I'm getting distracted here. Killer 7. Add another copy. The other one I have is sealed. This one is my original copy. You had an N64. Ah, there you go. Just never got Zelda. Oh, that's the first time you played the N64 Zelda. I thought you meant the original Legend of Zelda. Actually, this one doesn't have. The other Zelda collection has Zelda 1 and has Zelda 1 on it, and I think Zelda 2 on it as well. Alright, next one is a second copy of Gotcha Force. I'm glad I get to add some of these in because some of these, like this one here, are a bit expensive. Gotcha Force. I feel like this went up in price since I put this in. Add another copy. Why do I have 2 copies? Because I'm a fool. It's a good song here too. Oh, we got a second one in there. Alright, next up is a second copy of Goblin Commander. Dr. Awkward. Didn't do well in terms of sales, but it became the most expensive GameCube game that's actually an original title. So, since I was enjoying collecting GameCube games that were decent enough, I figured it would have made a good sense a while back to grab a copy. So I ended up with 2 because I kind of mixed them to make the best copy I could. And they were good enough deals to grab them. And they've done well since they've gone up in price quite a bit since then. Doug. So Goblin Commander, which I do enjoy. I streamed this one a little bit too. I need a sick day. I need some time off. I need to get away. The only problem with Goblin Commander when I revisited it was that it didn't look as good as I remember it looking. And maybe because I played it on the Xbox originally. And it's like the graphics felt a little muddled, and I don't know if that's today's TVs doing that. But it's still an enjoyable game. It was a while back, Drakendite. I did like a big GameCube night. where I played maybe like 5 or 6 GameCube games on stream. Goblin Commander, Odama, Extreme G. I might have done some other ones too, I can't remember. The music playlist Boom Blaster. Probably tough for me to share the exact playlist, but if there's any songs that you're hearing that you want me to call out, I'll be more than happy to. It's alright, Drakendite. I'm sure that I will do that again sometime. And you do happen to show up to a majority of whenever I start streaming, that's for sure. So it is kind of surprising you missed that particular one. You're probably at 90% of my personal streams. Alright, so that one's in there. And then I do have a second copy of Baten Kaidos, the original. Everybody's in there. Probably the easiest way to hit you up with what music I'm listening to, Boom Blaster, is to tell you the artists. But not Origins. The original. In collection. Must have been Drakendite, must have been. Ooh. I was tempted to just play this entire album from start to finish, just because I really, really like this album. Actually, that's not a No Blemishes, it's a Stickers Normal Wear. Yeah, they're not working. Alright, so Super Nintendo or GameCube doubles have been addressed. Let me shelve them again. Okay, so next thing is to go through my boxed games, because I had plenty of boxed games versus loose games where I had doubles. So Boom Blaster, I'll type this in. The last one you heard about Sick Day was Dr. Awkward. This one is, and I highly recommend checking him out, Whitey Cracker. Album introducing Niels. I'd just say buy the whole album. The whole album is basically a story. It's almost like a nerdcore opera. You'd say like a rock opera album, but it's like 80s tinged with nerdcore, all about Niels and hacking against the system and just living that lifestyle, which it's amazing. Store G2K games since they have a lot of older... Yeah, I have a personal close store called Cool Stuff that sells used games. And to be honest, I've gotten a lot of my stuff from there over like the last 6-7 years. And then I'll do eBay checks once in a while. I don't do it as much as I used to. Hey, my pleasure, Boom Blaster. If I hear anything else, just throw out, say, hey, what's this? And I'll tell you all about who it is and what I'd recommend looking for out of them. Alright, so I gotta kind of go through here. Do I have any double box? I don't think I do. Alright, no double box, but I'm gonna go through real quick and I'll be able to spot what I have doubles of. I wouldn't mind getting boxed Castlevania and boxed Contra. Donkey Kong Classics, that's one. Double Dragon, that's another. Oh, we should have gone back here. We'll go here. Keep it back and check. But yeah, Introducing Neils is a great one to play in order. There's some, he made a couple videos for some of them. He actually put a Kickstarter together in Indiegogo to try to turn the album into a movie, which was like an animated movie. Which is funny because I actually thought that it would have made a great animated movie before he did that. Unfortunately, not popular enough to get anywhere near the kind of funding needed. Eternal Ring and Seek and Destroy for PS2. Excellent. Are those games any good? Honestly, I don't think I've heard of either of them. Cool. I need to add a new tab when I do that. Alright, Double Dragon is next. Little ding on the label, other than that it's fine. Game, normal wear, tiny ding on top of label. Hey Boom Blaster, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you spending your break with me here. And I might be, depending on how late you'll be, I might still be here. From Software, huh? Mini sentient tanks, interesting. I don't know if I've ever played Kingsfield either. Well, I'd say no, I haven't, because I don't recognize that title. Although we aren't far from getting to the PS2 games I've got. And that's a system where I know that there's tons more I could find. Alright. I did want to get a box elevator action someday. Felix the Cat. Mike. Good one. Armored Core for PS1. PS1 was one that, it's like one of the few systems besides like original Sega Genesis and Sega's systems that I really wasn't in on while it was happening. So I missed a lot of that. I could only play some games when I was at a friend's place. Final Fantasy? No. Ghosts and Goblins would make a good box game to have. Gremlins 2 would make another good box game to have. Kid Icarus, we got that. Technical achievement. In all three of them, you would never run into a load screen. Interesting. Very cool. I always like games like that. No blemishes. Alright, Legend of Zelda, we can do that one. Maniac Mansion, we can do that one. Gray Cart. I love that I'm finding out that I can... It's another fun song. I love that I'm finding out I can put doubles in. I can get a better representation of what my collection is valued at. And I can know where my doubles are. Man, 1, 2, and 3. I could do. All you get for the movement, but the further you get is just more confusing. Felt like we had it on lock back in 06. Now the old dog still expecting the old tricks. Music's the only thing you can't grow. I think about where I'll be when I pass away. A solo act like Tom Hanks, Castaway, Hemingway, Broadway, and Hathaway. Thought it passed away. No blemishes. Hey, Namus, how's it going, man? Thanks for coming by. Still poor. They say you got the life the rappers kill for. Working 16-hour days, yet I'm still bored. I put a rock on my lady hand. 200 days after I told Cal he was the crazy man. But when I got that feeling, I started making plans. Probably never ever forget how that day began. And shaking right now, if you think about it. But when you know what you ain't got. Japan back in force, so his first game was actually solid. Huh. Interesting notes there, Drakendite. I don't, but Drakendite's talking about it. Progress is moving along. I actually just realized that I can add doubles in on this. I didn't realize that until now, so I kept skipping over my doubles. And then I clicked on it, and then I saw add another copy. So I'm going back and catching up on all my doubles real quick. Which I'm almost literally there because I just got a few more of these to go through. Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I do not have. That would be a good box copy as well. Pinball, Popeye. I swear I've had the box for Popeye.